10 signs you have an extremely rare personality. Carl Jung. Most people go through life believing something is wrong with them. They feel too intense, too sensitive, too different from everyone else. And because of that, they spend years trying to become more normal. But Carl Jung believed something very different. He believed that for a small number of people, these traits are not flaws. They are signs of a rare psychological structure. In decades of research, Jung noticed that certain individuals experience life with unusual depth and awareness. They feel more. They question more. They notice things others completely miss. And because of that, they often feel like outsiders. But what if that feeling was never a defect? What if it was actually a sign of something rare? Here are 10 signs you may have an extremely rare personality. Sign 1. You feel emotions more deeply than most people. For you, emotions are not small things. A simple conversation can stay in your mind for hours. Music can affect your mood instantly. You don't just experience emotions, you live inside them. And sometimes that intensity can feel overwhelming. But Jung believed that emotional depth is not weakness. It is awareness. Sign 2. You constantly question the way the world works. Most people accept the world as it is. You rarely do. You question social rules. You question traditions. You question why people behave the way they do, not because you want to argue, but because your mind is always searching for deeper truth. Sign 3. You enjoy solitude more than most people. Being alone doesn't scare you. In fact, it often feels peaceful. Your mind is active. Your thoughts are rich. And time alone becomes a space where you process life. While others feel empty in silence, you often feel clarity. Sign 4. You notice things other people miss. You notice tone of voice, small changes in behavior, the emotional atmosphere in a room. Sometimes you understand what someone feels before they say a word. This level of perception can be exhausting, but it also gives you a deeper understanding of people. Sign 5. Small talk quickly drains you. Surface-level conversations feel tiring. Talking about appearances, gossip, or trivial topics doesn't interest you for long. You crave conversations about ideas, meaning, life. You want discussions that actually matter. Sign 6. You outgrow people and environments. At different points in your life, you may notice something strange. The environment that once felt comfortable suddenly feels limiting. The conversations feel repetitive. The mindset around you stops matching your own growth. This can make you feel isolated. But often, it simply means you are evolving. Sign 7. People feel understood when they talk to you. Strangers sometimes open up to you quickly. People tell you personal things they rarely share with others. Not because you force it, but because your presence feels safe. You listen without judgment. And that makes people feel seen. Sign 8. You've always felt slightly different. Even as a child, you may have noticed it. Your thoughts were different. Your interests were different. You looked at life differently. For a long time, you may have tried to hide that difference, but it never really disappeared. Sign 9. You constantly search for meaning. Many people move through life automatically, but you often pause and ask deeper questions. Why am I here? What actually matters? What kind of life is worth living? This search for meaning becomes a central part of your life. Sign 10. You feel a quiet sense of purpose. Even if you cannot fully explain it, you feel it. A quiet sense that your life should mean something, that you are meant to contribute in some way. not necessarily in a dramatic way, but in an authentic one. Carl Jung believed that people who experience these traits may be moving toward what he called individuation, the process of becoming your true self. And that journey is not always easy. It often means walking a path that others don't fully understand. But according to Jung, individuals like this play an important role. They expand the boundaries of human awareness. They ask the questions others avoid. They notice the truths others overlook. And if several of these signs resonated with you, remember something important. You were never too sensitive. You were never too intense. You were simply wired for depth. If this video felt true for you, write in the comments, "Depth is my strength." Because sometimes the traits that make you feel different are the exact traits that make you rare. If you feel that something in this video reflects your own inner journey, you might find value in a Jung-inspired practice called the shortest path to happiness. I've placed it in the pinned comment and in the description below if you'd like to explore it.